Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Congressman, the U.S. intelligence community has an important role in warning our leaders about pandemics like COVID-19, because outbreaks, of course, are not just a public health matter, but also a matter of national security. Based on public statements and reporting alone, do you believe that President Trump has accurately conveyed the severity of the threat of COVID-19 to the American people?
Are you saying presently?
We are in the midst of the pandemic presently, correct?
Right. So repeat the question, because I guess I'm misunderstanding. I'm sorry. Has he accurately reflected the status of the pandemic?
Conveyed the severity of the pandemic, yes. Has he accurately conveyed the severity of COVID-19 to the American people?
I believe so.
You do. And according to April 27, 2020 Washington Post article, President Trump received upwards of a dozen briefings on COVID-19 from the U.S. intelligence agencies between January and February of this year, during which time he repeatedly denied the severity of the threat. On January 22nd, he said, quote, "We have it totally under control." On February 22nd or 26th, he insisted that the number of cases would be, quote, "close to zero within a number of days." As recently as March 10th, the president stated, quote, "Just stay calm, it will go away." And I'm sure you're familiar with the most recent reports, including today, that we may see as many as 3,000 deaths a day in America because of COVID-19. What would you do, if confirmed, if you believed the president was not taking the warnings from the intelligence community seriously?
Senator, the intelligence that I would deliver as the Director of National Intelligence, the statements that the president said this, none of those things will influence the intelligence that I deliver to this committee and the committee in the House and members of Congress. I made the point in my opening, this is one of the highest, the first priorities is getting answers to the American people who deserve answers, and you do as a member of the Oversight Committee, and I do if I'm still a member of the Oversight Committee. And whatever those answers are, Senator, you will get them. They won't be shaded, regardless of what anyone says. I will say this, one of the things that I've learned as a nominee is that members of the intelligence community will tell you things that they wouldn't tell you as an oversight, as an overseer of intelligence. And the thing that I want to make clear to all the members here is the concern of the men and women in the intelligence community is they don't want to be leveraged by anyone on either side of the aisle.
Well, with all due respect, sir, in my experience being on the Intelligence Committee in the United States Senate, the Intelligence Community has been pretty forthright with us when we ask them questions in our role of oversight. So what exactly are you referring to?
I'm just saying in the perspective as the conversations that I've had over the past few months as I have been considered for this, I've had exposure to a lot of intelligence community members who have just expressed the sentiment that they want to do their job, they want to deliver the best intelligence, and they don't want to be leveraged from anyone on either side of the aisle. That was the only point. It wasn't directed at you, Senator, at all.
Oh, no, I didn't take it that way.
Okay.
And how long have you been serving on the House Intelligence Committee?
A year and 5 months, I guess.
Okay, you were appointed to that committee in 2019, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then in our fourth report on Russian interference into the 2016 election, this committee has once again reaffirmed the unanimous consensus of 17 intelligence agencies that Russia interfered with the aim of benefiting then-candidate Trump's political campaign. However, you and other allies of the president have sought to cast doubt on the consensus conclusions, raising concerns for many of us about your ability to be unbiased, which is a necessity to head the DNI. Will you accept the intelligence provided to you by the men and women of the intelligence community, no matter your personal beliefs? And do you accept the findings of the intelligence community as it relates to the Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election.
So to your first question, I will accept. To the second question about specific to Russia 2017.
2016.
I'm sorry, yeah, 2016. Or earlier in the, I made the point that I respect both committees. I think there's a difference of opinion between the House Intelligence Committee and this committee in terms of one specific finding. I wasn't on the, as you pointed out, I was not on the House Intelligence Committee at the time of that. I respect both committees, but I haven't seen the underlying intelligence with respect to that one finding.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator.